Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hello everyone, Craig here with another great business to discuss on this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Maxim, and he's selling his Amazon Associates and affiliate business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. So welcome to the show, Maxim. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm fine, great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you for asking. And I'm looking forward to talking more about your business. But before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of the business. It's an Amazon Associates and affiliate business in the art niche, created in October 2019. The average monthly revenue for the business is $1,686, and it makes an average of $1,655 net profit each month. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 51784 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So now that I've given a general overview of the business, let's have a look at what's included in the sale. We have the domain including all site content and files. We have PBNs which are privately held, including a 301 redirect, and that will be included in the sale. We have slots on a shared domain service and a social media account for Twitter. Okay, Maxim, now let's hear from you. Can you tell us a little about your background in building and running online businesses?
Sure. Actually, a few years ago, I know nothing about online business and affiliate marketing, but I had a background in IT sphere. I decided to try a launch couple of web projects. And I cannot say that I had much success, but it was inspiring. And year after, I heard about affiliate marketing and tried to dig into this sphere. I think this is my background. And when it happened, I tried to study everything about affiliate marketing, watching YouTube videos, read articles, and so on.
Okay, and what attracted you to the affiliate business model in particular?
I think it's one of the most profitable business models that I can launch by myself, and I'm learning this business model from other similar sites in this niche and some of the niche in my niche.
Okay. Had you created websites before the one that we have for sale today, or is this your first ever business that you've built up?
Yes, so when I study all information about affiliate marketing, I want to try my knowledge in something real. And in the meantime, I found a partner who has a relevant experience in that niche and launch a site. So our first affiliate site, actually.
Oh, okay, excellent. Well done for getting it to this point. So how come was it that you chose to go with Amazon Associates and affiliates business in this niche in particular, this sort of setup that you have for the business?
Actually, I learned by example. I look at the other similar sites and niche leaders and investigate that they mostly use fake, and I think it's a good model to make a business.
Okay, excellent stuff. And how come you are selling the site at this point?
I have a reason, actually. One day I realized that I'm too busy to grow my affiliates as much. And I even found ideas, made a content plan for the near future, but unfortunately I don't have enough time to do something with it. Now I'm trying to launch a SaaS project that I really believe in and spending a lot of time and money on it. Developers are expensive, management is time consuming, so that's why I need some extra money and time to grow faster with my another project.
And is there anything you learned from this business that you will apply to other future projects?
Sure. What I have learned helps me new project is that you have to outsource if you want to grow fast. So you can do everything by yourself. And outsourcing is like a multiplier of your efforts. It's hard and takes a lot of time, but it's worth it. And you have to do it. So I think it's the biggest lesson I learned from this whole experience.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, you touched on a good point there. Outsourcing does certainly give you the time and capacity to scale. Was there anything that you tried with this website that didn't work out for you?
Yes, when we develop our project with my partner only, it's limited by email. So I depended on the speed of his work. I think we should be good writers and make more articles with his.
Okay, and you mentioned a partner there. What sort of work did you and your partner do on this business for maintenance?
I'm the link building, and he was responsible for all content part.
Okay, so you're responsible for the link building and the sort of SEO side, and your partner was responsible for the content creation.
Right.
And you mentioned of a PPN included in the sale as well?
Yes, we have a few PBNs that we built with my efforts by myself. And yes, it's fully included in the price and come with the project.
Okay, excellent stuff. So you mentioned you do SEO. Is that where the majority of your traffic comes from?
Yes, it's one of the big source of our traffic. So we take almost all from Google, but we didn't ever really do any social media or email marketing.
Okay, and this question is sort of related to that. If you were to keep the business, what are some ways that you would try and grow it?
I think I would try to make the site into kind of community. I will do a lot of social activity if I'll keep growing the site, build an email list. I think it's important to build a brand and not just rely on Google.
Yeah, absolutely. And have you found that this niche is particularly good for customer engagement? So a lot of people engage with this type of content that you produce?
Yes, I think this niche is have opportunity to build a real authority in this niche, to demonstrate your skills, to build engaged connections with your customers, with people who come to your site, because we have a lot of informational content like how-to articles, and a lot of people come there and send me some emails about, let me explain this one. They give me some advices or just asking something that maybe not clear in the articles. And we try to use these questions in our future articles.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great way to get some content in that, is going to be highly engaged. And the engagement with your audience certainly relates to what you said about building a brand in this niche would be a very good growth opportunity for this business for a potential buyer. So speaking about the buyer, what skills or requirements do you think there are for someone who is not familiar with this niche or business model?
I don't think that the buyer needs any special skills. It's a great starting point to understand how content business model and affiliate marketing. If there's something you don't know, you can easily solve it by Googling or watching a couple YouTube videos. I was a beginner myself, actually, when I started this project. And all you need is passion in you for what you're doing. Aside from that, if you plan to increase amount of content, you need to be able to hire and understand people, to find a good writers. I think that's it.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a good point. It relates to what you said before about being able to scale the business by outsourcing some of that work. So yeah, that'd be the growth opportunities as well for the buyer. But what about the risks for this business? What do you think some of the risks that a buyer should be aware of?
Probably the biggest risks is Amazon. Last year, Amazon cut commissions, and who knows what will be in this year. But we started to prepare for that by trying different affiliate programs, and I think we found a good one. They offered us an exclusive partnership in order to place only their links, but we didn't do it because I think it's more important to giving people a choice in what way they want to buy the thing. I think Google is always releasing new updates, but I don't think you're writing useful content for people. You shouldn't worry about this too much. So we do our job in this way and certainly pass the previous December update that a lot of affiliate sites struggle, but we feel okay.
All right. Yeah. And you mentioned the affiliate side of this business. How much does that make up of the total revenue, and how have you seen that progress since you implemented that side of the business?
More diversity, it's always good. And in terms of revenue, I think we have about 30% from this new affiliate program and 70% from Amazon associates. But still, Amazon is our primary source of revenue.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And it's always good to diversify your earnings to be able to mitigate the effects of Amazon updates and Google updates and such. So yeah, excellent. I mean, it sounds like you've got a solid business set up here. So overall, putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
I think our project has a great opportunity to grow. There is a low-hanging fruit there, and it's not because I'm selling it. I really think the site has a lot of potential in monetization, in traffic, in articles, in topics, in link building. Someone with a little more experience than me, with more time, can significantly raise revenue and the traffic on the project. And I think it's also a good way to quickly jump into the niche. And actually, it's a rich opportunity to grow the big project for the buyer.
Absolutely, yeah, I definitely agree with all of that you've just said. So, regarding the sale of this business, would you commit to a non-compete?
Absolutely. I don't have enough time for this. I'm too immersed in my SaaS projects now.
Yeah, that's it. No time to compete. That's good. And how much support are you willing to offer buyers? Are you going for the standard 30 days of email and Skype support?
If they email me within these 30 days, I will be happy to help. I will do all my best to solve the problem if something happens and give some pieces of advices on all issues if they need. I can even provide our content plans that we have written for future articles if they want.
Excellent stuff. Is there anything else you'd like to share that I might have missed?
Yes, maybe I can tell more about opportunities that we have in our project. So I see the many opportunities for growth in our project. If you just keep doing what we did before, hire some good writers and write a decent amount of content, I think you get enough of traffic. Or maybe you can focus on link building because we have a few new articles that we wrote in recently and they are already in top 10 in Google, and you can easily move them to top 3 by building links. So it's also a good opportunity to grow. And I think last but not least, the buyer can add display advertising site-wide or just for pages that don't have Amazon links, because we have a decent amount of traffic for informational articles, for how-to articles that's not monetized in any way.
Well, brilliant. All good stuff. Thank you very much for your time, Maxim. It's been great talking to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. You too. It was a pleasure.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 51784. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.